Hello. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we started configuring our switches and PCs. The first thing you did was set up three switches, which is switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. We went into the CLI of each switch to create three separate groups or VLANs. So we created VLAN 7 and named it in VLAN 7. For VLAN 70 naman, uh, name it VLAN 17. And VLAN 77 for VLAN 77. So we did this on all three switches so that their configuration match. So ayan, proceed naman tayo sa switch 2. Gawin lang din natin yung ginawa natin sa switch 1. Next, which is switch 3. So ganun lang din. Same as switch 1 and switch 2. Ganun lang din yung gagawin. So step 2, setting up the trunk links. To make sure the switches can talk to each other and pass traffic back and forth, we configure their gigabit ports as trunk mode. So we explicitly allowed only VLAN 7, VLAN 17, and VLAN 77 to pass through these trunk ports. Because of this, even if the switches are physically separated, devices belonging to the same VLAN can easily communicate across the network. So after that, we divided the switch ports for our PCs using the interface range command. So ports 1 to 5 are assigned to VLAN 7. Ports 6 to 10 are assigned to VLAN 17. And ports 11 to 15 are assigned to VLAN 77. So, kahit saang ports ng switch mo ipasok or i-connect ang mga PC, as long as it's within those ports range, it will automatically belong to the correct VLAN. For the final step, assigning the IP addresses. So, we manually configure a static IP address on each PC based on the assigned range for each VLAN. So, all of them are using a subnet mask of 255.255.192.0. We also configure their default gateways to 10.66.0.1 and 10.66.64.1, and last is 10.66.128.1, which they will use once we connect the router later on. So right now, if we ping PCs within the same VLAN, like VLAN 7 to VLAN 7, the status will be successful. But if we try to ping different VLANs like VLAN 7 to VLAN 17, it will fail for now because we have not connected a router yet to handle the inter-VLAN routing. That's all for this part. Thank you. In this part of the activity, we are going to optimize our spanning tree protocol or STP. And at the same time, magdadagdag tayo ng counting layer to security features sa ating mga switches. So, first, we made sure na ang port gigabit 0/2 between switch 1 and switch 3 is explicitly configured as a trunk port, allowing VLANs 7, 17, and 77. This ensure na lahat ng traffic can freely pass through all three switches nang walang nagiging problema. By default kasi, si STP ang automatic na pumipili kung anong switch ang magiging root bridge or the main leader of the network. Pero to ensure optimal performance, we want to manually choose our root switches. That's why we went into switch 1 and configure it as the root primary for VLAN 7, VLAN 17, and VLAN 77. This forces switch na maging central brain ng network natin. Then next, pumasok naman tayo sa switch 2 and set it as the root secondary for the exact same VLANs. Ginamit natin itong backup mechanism. So if switch 1 ever fails, automatic na si switch 2 ang sasalo and take over as root bridge without breaking our network connectivity. Now, let's talk about port security. On all three switches, we selected the access port range from F0/1 to F0/15 kung saan nakasaksak ang mga PC natin. And then, we enabled spanning tree port paths on these interfaces. Ang maganda sa port paths, it allows end devices like computers to bypass the traditional listening and learning states. So, the moment you plug in the PC, hindi na kailangan maghintay ng ilang segundo. It will go straight to a forwarding state at mag-on na agad ang connection. Plus, we can verify our spanning tree topology by running the commands show spanning tree VLAN 7, 17, and VLAN 77. So, as you can see here on the CLI status of switch 1, it successfully says this bridge is the root. It just proves na our manual STP election na are running perfectly. So our network is now optimized, secure, and completely loop-free. So that's all for this part. Thank you.